Hey guys, I haven't made a homeschool video, and there is a fly in here. I have not made a homeschool video in a while. So we're going to talk a little bit about what our year looks like and what we do. And as things change, I'll start to be more diligent about getting this information out to you guys. So first things first, we start our school year in January, and we school all year round. So the kids can purely go at their own pace. So much so that there have been times when they have gone like on the road with their dad and gone, 3 weeks without doing traditional schoolwork. And that works for us. It gives us plenty of time for breaks. If we're sick, we can be sick, but they can still learn at their own pace. Now, with that being said, obviously their grade levels are not necessarily what they would be in a traditional school setting. So right now my daughter is what would be considered 7th grade based on her age. But she is still finishing up the last of her 6th grade work. And then she will transition to the 7th grade coursework coming soon as she finishes more of those classes. And my son is the same way. He is still doing 5th grade work, but starting to transition into those 6th grade things. Now, one of the things about homeschool that is really cool is they have the opportunity to do any electives that we can facilitate. So my son is taking coding and he is taking Spanish. My daughter has already taken Foundations of Music and completed that. She is taking French, and we're about to start a new elective as a family, and that's going to be home economics. Now, I found this book on Amazon, and I went to her website and I checked it out. This is Home Economics and Household Skills, Becoming a Daughter with Purpose by Amy Marion. I think that's how you say her name. Anyways, I went up and I looked at this book and I thought, we need a good course, because obviously I teach them what I can in what I'm doing every day, but they need to know how to do certain things. I'm appalled by the sheer amount of people that don't even know how to cook a simple meal, let alone know how to organize a closet or anything like that. No, I'm not getting on my high horse and saying that I am perfect, because I am far from it. But these are things that I sort of intuitively kind of knew how to do for the most part, because I paid attention. When I was a kid, I watched my mom cook. I asked her questions. And then I'm finding out that I have one child who's very interested in these things, and the other child not as much. So there's a gap in learning, because I have one child who's always in the kitchen with me, and the other one I kind of have to say, hey, come and help me. Now, on that note too, I have one child who is a pro with laundry. I can trust her to throw in a load of laundry like it's nobody's business. My son, on the other hand, I can trust him to empty the dryer, but I can't trust him to measure the soap by himself, but he can make an omelet. I can't even make an omelet. So the point isn't so much grading the kids, but the point is that they learn these necessary skills. Now, this book is focused towards daughters, but there's nothing in this book that is not beneficial for sons to know as well, which is why both of them are learning it. And I can make changes and modifications to the wording to make it apply. It's not just, women have to be in the kitchen. It's not that sort of thing. Now, this is a Christian book. This is not a secular book. If someone were to buy it and they decided they wanted to run a secular homeschool, they could avoid the devotion portion if they wanted to. But the text of the book is incredibly Christian. Now, I'm a Christian. I am raising children with the intent that they will become Christian one day. I don't tell them that they are, but we have certain rules. We have certain habits, And everything that we do, we strive to put Christ at the center of. And that's fine. If that's not for you, that's not for you. But for us, that is what is important. So, every single day, when we open this book, which we just started today was our first day, we start off with a devotion. And then we read the entire chapter on Tuesday and start planning out our week for how we are going to accomplish the tasks set out in the book. So, for week 1, the character trait that the child is expected to reflect on is devotion. So, what is devotion? What does being devoted mean? And then we do a devotional reading. And then the entire chapter will be read tomorrow, and we'll plan it out. And then starting Wednesday through Friday, we're going to work on the actual physical tasks. And on Friday, we have a little evaluation of how the day and the week went. So, the tasks for this week are your room, decluttering, organizing, cleaning. And then learning how to use a vacuum and learning how to write a letter, which is really, really useful. Everybody needs to know how to vacuum, especially when you have as many animals in the house as we do. And then learning how to write a letter. When is the last time you got a personal letter in the mail from a friend or family member? Do you still have the last letter that you got in the mail? Did it make you feel special that someone took the time to write a letter to you? Think about it. We send out texts and Discord messages and TikToks and all these things, and those are ways to communicate to people that we love. But when is the last time you sat down and wrote a letter to someone? I want my kids to know how to do that. Because even if it's never reciprocated, sending a letter is fun. And it is so nice. And I think learning how to do that is going to be so beneficial. And then next week, we'll have other things. And other things. And then eventually it's learning recipes and learning all these different things. There are basic skills that so many people are lacking. Or, excuse me, they only know a tiny bit. So we're going to keep going through this book, and I'll keep letting you guys know how it's going. But I did, like I said, I found this book on Amazon, and I want to say it was like $25 or so, but there's also a free PDF version. If you want the book and you can't get the paper copy for some reason, let me know. I'll get that PDF sent to you. But for anyone looking to add a home economics course to their homeschool, or even to add to something that you're already doing, whether your kids go to public school or private school, I really do think that this will be a good addition for us.